What's going on, YouTube fam? This your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end and hear the full story. For all my day one subscribers, I definitely appreciate y'all. Welcome back. To all the new subscribers, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future uploads. Let's get right into the story. Rap and street life. Over the years, the two kind of go hand in hand because fans of the rappers and the ones rapping the lyrics themselves want to live the lifestyle they are talking about in the music. So they won't be called fake. Over the last decade, we have lost a lot of talented artists due to rap beef. Two individuals going back and forth, dissing each other or one another's hoods or gangs, getting the people in their squad still in the streets hit or locked up for hits, sending everybody crashing out, either in prison or with their lives. I thought the goal was to get on, put your people on, never forget where you come from, but get out the trenches and live life for all the ones that didn't make it. But at 35 years old, I guess I'm turning to an old head and getting kind of old school. It seems like the goal nowadays is not about the money, but street cred and bodies, being considered the realest and most gangster, instead of the richest and realest for uplifting your people and where you come from. And when beefs erupt between groups, unfortunately, everyone is in harm's way, even innocent bystanders. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Dallas, Texas to discuss a case involving a rap beef that turned fatal for an innocent 9-year-old little girl. According to sources, and the old teacher of the young man, Tyrese Simmons, was 19 years old back in 2019. And before he left school, was a good student that excelled and a talented basketball player with a bright future at Woodrow Wilson High School. But eventually, the young man's focus would shift to being a rapper and street activity in Dallas. 9-year-old Brandonaya Bennett was a bright-eyed little girl, excited by life, loved by her family and community in her old East Dallas apartments. Her nickname was Naya, or as her grandmother called her, everybody's chocolate drop. So how would 19-year-old Tyrese and 9-year-old Naya paths cross? According to sources, Tyrese was a local up-and-coming rapper with alleged gang ties. As his music was bubbling, another local rapper and Tyrese had some kind of beef, leading to them dissing each other in their music and on social media. The other rapper was allegedly a part of a rival gang, and the two young men didn't like each other at all. Allegedly, as the back and forth got more heated over the internet, Tyrese decided to pull up to confront the other rapper at the Roseland townhomes. He was mad about the diss tracks and social media exchanges. Allegedly, when Tyrese got to the apartment, he tried to get the rival rapper to come outside, knocking on doors, but no response. But instead of leaving, according to sources, Tyrese circled around the back of the apartments and thought he had the right address, up the blick, and opened fire at the spot before fleeing the scene. But the apartment belonged to the family of 9-year-old Naya. The young girl was sitting on the couch in her living room with only 1 week to go before starting school, and she was going to the 4th grade. She had just got home from getting her nails done, when nearby neighbors heard the shots go off and screams from Naya's home. Her grandmother, who lived right across the street, ran over and saw Naya's mother sitting on the floor holding the child, as she had been shot in the head. Neighbors called police, who rushed into the apartment and ran out with the baby girl in an effort to save her life, with one officer screaming, "I got her," before putting her in the back of his patrol car. They were met by paramedics who transported Naya to Baylor University Medical Center. Her family going in the hospital room where unfortunately the baby girl would not survive. Her grandmother told the news Naya always liked to sleep in and often didn't want to wake up and would say, "Grandma, just 30 more minutes," and then get up. Her grandmother said she prayed for Naya to wake up one more time, but she never did. The community was in outrage as leaders spoke out for people to come forward. A name would eventually come up: 19-year-old Tyrese Simmons. Witnesses stated Tyrese came to the neighborhood and two groups argued as kids were told to go inside. And allegedly, people heard Tyrese say, "I'll be back, I'ma add out." Not long after, shots went off. But his rival lived next door to Naya. It was the wrong home. Shot up. As police received more information about the rap beef, a warrant was put out for Tyrese. And as his face hit the news, the young man turned himself in to face capital murder charges. His bail was set for $500,000. It was prayers at the townhomes that had been a hot spot for over 4 murders over just a few months. A GoFundMe was made to lay the young angel to rest. As her family was left to grieve, another name will pop up in the case. Another young man named Devontae Benton. He was picked up a few weeks after the incident, and after police questioned the 19-year-old, he was also charged with capital murder as an alleged shooter. After authorities claimed to have had evidence, Devontae would do an interview with local news after being taken into custody. But the young man pleaded his innocence and claimed he wasn't involved in the situation at all. Even though both young men were both charged, they haven't been sentenced yet and are innocent until proven otherwise. Capital murder in Texas carries life in prison or the death sentence. Rest in peace to Brandon Naya. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to the family. With 2 young daughters myself, I couldn't imagine what they went through, all over words and rap beef. More of this story, beefing over music or words is not worth a life or doing life. A little girl is gone because of an emotional response over words and a wrong address. Senseless violence all over is taking our future right in front of us. Straight bullets hitting our kids and teens. And nobody want to open their eyes up to the genocides. Instead, people just want to be considered real or a savage. But is hunting your own people down considered real? I never knew that was the definition. So remember, we got to succeed, not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, rest in peace, Naya. You know, I can't stress that enough. I can't even say rest in peace to that young lady because this was a child, 9 years old, getting ready to go to school 1 week before she started the 4th grade. And over words and rap beef, allegedly, these young men started blicking off at each other, or not even blicking off at each other. One young man decided he was so mad he just wanted to blick off at the other young man's house and hit the wrong house. You know, when people don't realize, man, when you pulling up and you shooting at homes and you shooting at houses, it ain't just the person you trying to hit inside the house. You got people that live with their parents. Like these little dudes, 19, 18, they live with their parents. They live with their grandmother. They got siblings. They got little sisters. But some people be so emotional and so like whatever that they don't even care who they hit. You see what I'm saying? They just feel like, oh, I'm mad, so somebody got to feel my pain. You feel me? But at the end of the day, man, like I said, we hitting innocent people. We taking the future right in front of our eyes. And people ain't thinking about it like that, man. But let me know what y'all think about this one in the comments, man. Rest in peace to that little girl. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you if you made it to the end of the video. This your boy Tony 2 times. This another episode of Hood Tales. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. I'm out.